Luke will go up, jump center, and Keys had it tipped away. Scottie comes up with it, loses it, gets it right back. MJ right side. Scottie gets it right back with Johnny Newman on him. Michael comes across with Keys guarding him. On top, Harper. Bucks trying to deny. They're playing the passing lanes here. So let's see if the Bulls can get a couple more layups. That's generally what the Bulls do. Michael fades away. Shot clock at 1 and he hits. Rebound tap, no good. Michael comes up with this one. 3-on-2, Bulls break to Scottie for the jam.
Yes, sir. Nice play by Michael. Sherman Douglas trying to take the offensive foul. It wasn't there.
10-6 now, Bulls with the lead. MJ in the corner. Nice fake inside.
Oh, the jam. What elevation. What elevation for Michael.
Wennington with a rebound. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Michael going to try and finish again, and he does. Bucks with 3.8 seconds remaining. Vin Baker brings it up the floor, running for three, short. We played one period here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, and the Chicago Bulls on the road lead the Bucks by 3.
Everybody and powers up, slams the ball in, and then when he can't do that, Steve Kerr hits him. Michael just weaves a little right, little left, little duck, little layup. Bulls with a 3-point lead.
Bucks with the lead. MJ comes off the screen, makes the move in the lane, hangs just off. Rebound Benjamin. Douglas between the circles. On top, Vin Baker for 3, way off. Michael with a rebound, 5 seconds left. Down the floor, open Dennis Rodman for the slam. Baker will get off a 3, look out. And it bangs off the backboard on the right side. We played one half here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. And the Milwaukee Bucks with a great second quarter lead the Chicago Bulls 49-40. Now let's go back to our studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel.
Well, Harp was up there facing off with him. Well, that breaks a stretch for Michael. He was 0 for 8 in this quarter. Since the first quarter, he's got 14 points, and the last point he got was a technical that was on Glenn Robinson.
Terry Cummings kicks it out. Glenn Robinson for 3. Rodman lost it. Luke comes away with it. He's doing it all right now. MJ down the floor.
Yes.
Ready for the jam.
Beautifully done.
Timeout, Milwaukee. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third, and the Bulls have stormed back to trail by 2.
Now see where Dennis Rodman is? Watch this. He fires it out, and Scottie Pippen's going to get the slam, but watch who catches him as he comes down so he doesn't get hurt. That's what friends are for.
Rodman turns, looks, Michael fades out. Baseline jumper, MJ, and that's one of the better shots he's had in a while.
Yeah, that's his first basket since the first quarter. He got 16. A 6-point lead.
Michael with a post up, fadeaway jumper. MJ answers on the other end. 61-57 now, Bucks with the lead.
I thought he had the good look at it.
He does.
Somebody does. Michael does, and connects from the outside. He's got 21. Rolls down by 1, huh, Tommy?
You betcha. Kukoc pops out for 3. That one's off.
Nothing there, Mike.
Double teamed and a foul called after Dennis Rodman kept it alive. (70-65) now. Very slow in the mud tempo now. Dennis Rodman tips it in.
Big basket by Dennis Rodman. They're going to walk away from here with 70 wins. Pippen holds the ball in the backcourt as it ticks down.
The
Bulls 70 win.
There it is. 70 has become a reality for the Chicago Bulls. 70 wins on the season for the Chicago Bulls. And as they come off the floor, Johnny Kerr is down at the end of the floor. He'll bring us some of the interviews.
Coach Phil Jackson with the 70 wins. You are now part of history.
Well, it's great for this ball club. I'm really proud of the organization, the ball club, to do this. We didn't have a beautiful game tonight, Red, but we got away with it.
Isn't this your type of game? No, you get in the mud, slug it out. You know you're going to play half-court basketball.
Yeah, with defense. That's a trademark.
All right, what to shoot for now? You rest the guys a little bit, or do you go right after it?
You bet. Championships what we're after.
Championships what they're after. Coach Jackson, Scottie Pippen. Scottie, part of history right now, baby. 70 wins.
It's great, Red. You know, it's kind of great to get this pressure off our backs. You know, going into this game, this team came out and really played us hard. And you got to give the Bucks credit. This is probably the best game they played all season, and we had to really gut it out in the second half.
Now, I was going to say, what went through your mind there? The second quarter, very slow, 12 points. You guys didn't look like you were going to get it together at all.
Well, we knew we had to pick up the defense. I thought we allowed them too many second shots opportunity. They shot poorly from the field as well as we did, but they got a lot of second shot opportunities.
All right, you, Michael, and Dennis have been forces all year again, but today Luke Longley stepped in big time.
I think Luke played big for us. I thought Ron came in and did a great job. Steve knocked a couple big plays, threes down. And, you know, this whole team has been playing big all season, and we haven't relied on one player. It's been a team.
I know you're going for the championship now, but what does the 70 mean to you, Scottie?
It's great. I think, you know, this team really deserves to be a part of history. We've been very dedicated on this season, trying to win and go out and be focused on every game, and it finally paid off for us.
Did you think back in training camp you had a shot at something like this?
No, not really, Red. I think our main focus was to come in here and have a good season and prepare ourselves for the playoffs. But it's been extra special. It's been more than just a regular season to us.
Well, you've been extra special to watch this year. Thanks. Get in the locker room and celebrate with your team.
All right, thanks.
Now with 70 wins on the season, 70-9 on the season. The Lakers, of course, had the 69-13. Now Michael goes over, and Reds, partner, what does it mean?
Well, I think it's a successful comeback for myself and for the organization. I mean, you know, last year we went through some disappointments at the end of the season, and, you know, we vowed to come back and get ourselves back on top. And, you know, this is just one step. I must admit, we didn't start the season and say, hey, we're going to win 70 games. We start the season and say we're going to win a championship. We're halfway there right now.
Are you glad it's over now that the 70 is attained?
Yeah, I'm glad. And now we can, you know, focus on the playoffs, which is the most important thing right now.
All right, get in the locker room, take a shower. Great work.
To win 70 games, we started out to win a championship, and I think that's still our motivation. It's just so happened that we've had some success very early and, you know, some dominance very early, and here we are at 70 games. And I know many questions are going to be asked is, what is the meaning of 70? How does it feel, and how does it affect the team? I can save you guys the trouble of asking the question. I think quite naturally, it's going to take some time for this to sink in, because we've been pretty much motivated for winning the championship, which is still our intent, but we just never really wanted to put so much emphasis on winning 70. I think after the time's over with and after we win a championship and have time to look back, 70 games is going to mean a lot, you know. But right now, it's just one of those goals and those achievements in the course of a year that we must pay praise to and be very happy that we have achieved it, but we must still stay focused to try to win a championship.
What were your first half? How much do you attribute that to the pressure of winning this game?
Well, it was a very ugly game, but sometimes ugly is beautiful in a sense. And I think we came out and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to end the whole 70 concept right here in Milwaukee. Sorry, Milwaukee, but this is the best opportunity for us to end it was right here, and we kind of put some added pressure on ourselves, and we really didn't seem fluent in rhythm as a team. You know, everyone tried to do what they could to carry the load, and we ended up making it a lot harder. And you know, Milwaukee came out with nothing to lose. You know, they've played us well in the past, and tonight wasn't any different. They played us extremely well, and we had a dogfight in the second half. You know, defensively we stepped up our pressure a little bit, and we were able to slow them down offensively. And you know, our offense really wasn't clicking, but we made some big shots.
In the moments right after the game, after the final buzzer, what were your emotions then? And did you savor that more than you thought you would have, or not?
Well, it was a sigh of relief, because everyone put so much meaning in terms of into the 70. than a little bit more than what I put into it. I'm happy, believe me. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very happy we achieved this. Now, if 70 means you're guaranteeing us a championship, then I'll be even more happier. But we know that pressure adds from this point forward because we have put our names in the history books, and I think that's great. But I want to continue to do that with the final piece of this puzzle, which is the championship. So my emotion was a little bit different. I mean, I really didn't have the same effect as winning a championship.
You got a lot of accomplishments. How does this rank along with some of the other accomplishments?
It's hard to rank it right now. I mean, it's so early, and I want my $5, Vin. It's so early to even try to compare the two, you know, or all the things that I've done. You know, 70 games is a great record to have been a part of, but to say that it's above the championships and the world championships and the national championships and the gold medals, it's too early to compare that.
Mike, in a normal season after you guys clinched home court, you would have backed off a little bit on the minutes and rested for the playoffs. Are you at all concerned at how hard you guys have to go to the range down the stretch?
No, I'm not concerned. I think it's been a good test, a good motivation for us for the finishing of the season. I think it's kept us in sharp condition. A lot of times when you capitalize on your opportunities of winning the division, your home court advantage, and all the different things that we won, you tend to relax. Well, in this way, we can stay sharp, you know, and I imagine my minutes will diminish a little bit now, being that we accomplished this. But I want to remain playing because I think that's important to have game rhythm and game sharpness.
Mike, can you talk about what Real had to do to get you guys to win 7 games?
Well, I think, I mean, he mentally he challenged us in all different ways, and that wasn't every night. You know, we're mature and adult players, and some of us are veterans to a point where we know how to get ourselves motivated. But when we went through stretches where we really had tough times motivating ourselves, he was very good at giving us a challenge and pushing us when we needed to be pushed. And I think he has so much respect of all the players that you don't have too much rebellious attitudes. You know, it's acceptance. It's a constructive criticism that we have accept from Phil, because we feel he's a great leader, and we're willing to go out and fight for him as well as for ourselves.
You guys are completely casual at Cleveland when you guys jump around the dressing room here.
There's a lot of cigars passed around. You know, I think we were very reserved a little bit. We know this is not the ultimate goal. We didn't want to get overboard in terms of our success and how we share that or experience it. But I think, you know, if we win a championship, you'll see a much more enthusiastic party, believe us.
Michael, I know you say that 70 is not important until you win a 4th title, but if you could rank it right now, and don't give me the answer, I'm going to have to wait till the end of the season, if you could rank 70 wins right now among all of your accomplishments, top 10, where would it go?
Depends on what accomplishments you're talking about. I got quite a few. Well, of my top 10, first championship is probably one. Want me to go down the list? You got a pencil, pen? The first championship is probably #1, world championship. Then my national championship. Then my Olympic, '84. Then the second championship, NBA. Third, NBA. Then the second gold medal. And then draft day. And then 70 wins, I guess. So as you see right now, I really don't see the importance until I step back and look back and say, hey, man, that was a major accomplishment. You know, it's so early right now. I mean, the pressure's added now that we won 70 games that we have to win a championship. If we win a championship, when we win the championship this year, I'm pretty sure it's going to rank right up in the top 3. Excuse me?
How gratifying was the area of crowd applause as it was a home game for you up here in Milwaukee?
It was very similar to a home game. I'm sorry, Milwaukee. We had a lot of fans, and I knew it felt like we were playing at home, but it was gratifying no matter where we did it to get it over and done with. And at least some Chicago people saw us. We can go back home in our own beds and, you know, celebrate with our families and you know, and their kids. And I'm looking forward to that.
Michael, do you think that this accomplishment, combined with all your others, vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and all that?
No, because I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us play in our different eras with different teams, with different levels of success, and to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art or to the artists. You know, being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them, and we've improved the picture to a certain extent. And to say that one improvement is better than all of it, it's an unfair assessment.
You've been saying you can't wait till 70's over because the media will finally get off your back. Realistically, with the playoffs right around the corner, you think we're going to go away?
At least we got a week, couple weeks, you know, which is probably the biggest breather we've had in a while. So I know it's not going to be a bigger story at 71 as it was at 70 or 72 or 73. So, and then we got a week in between the playoffs and the end of the season. So we at least have a breather from you guys. We know it's going to heat back up and the pressure is going to increase. And I think with the breather, we be ready to answer some of the stupid questions that we're going to get.
The fact that this game was such a struggle, and does that sort of emphasize how difficult amassing 70 wins is?
Well, I think it was a good test for us. We knew it was a lot of pressure surrounding the game. Well, in the playoffs, it's going to be a pressure surrounding each and every game. We didn't deal very well with the pressure tonight. And I think that's a learning experience that we must take away from this game. And next time we're put in this predicament, we have something to draw back upon and hopefully have a better result and a better game.
Last question.
How concerned are you about Scottie physically?
How concerned am I about Scottie? Physically, I think Scottie has... I think the problem with Scottie right now is the mental as well as the physical of getting his rhythm back. When you miss 5 games or 6 games, a big hunk of a season in a sense, you don't just come back and play at that level that you left. And I think, you know, he's kind of similar to where I was when I came back last year. You know, you're trying to put so many great minutes in such a short amount of time, and you know, it's a matter of just getting his mind, the mental and the physical back on the same page. You know, he missed at least a couple weeks, maybe 10 days, and that's a lot of time to be missed and try to come back to that level. And you know, it's going to take some time for him to get back to the level of basketball. And what we have now is 2 weeks to get that back. And I think it's going to be enough time for him to recover physically and mentally to get back in sync with himself.